All right, welcome back to D Game. Got another one for you. Got a little, got a guest. Yeah, look at this goofy.
What's up, man?
Yeah, so you guys might not know. Some of you do. This is my little brother, actually. Well, he's,
and I'm his handler.
He's kind of.
I'm here to keep track of him and make sure that he doesn't do anything crazy.
Well, I'm pretty good at doing stuff I shouldn't be doing, but I can't really be controlled because I am who I am and I enjoy it. But we're going to learn a little bit about him and then go into a few things about the journey he's been taking lately and things he's been going through and kind of see if you guys can kind of relate what's going on. And a lot of you might be going through the same things. But just start with tell us a little bit about yourself. Name, age.
Idiot. Gonna be 40 this year, so kind of old, but
what?
Yeah, I'm old as shit,
dude.
You're old as dirt,
dude.
You're old as dirt. I'm old as shit.
Life starts at about then.
So, yeah, I'm about 40. I've always worked, had a job, ever since I had kids in my 20s. Always taking care of kids. I've always, always had a job. That's always been my role, is to provide. And then a couple years ago in December of I think it was December of 2022, I had a heart attack. And at first I thought everything was cool. I thought I was fine. I thought, I was just going to roll with it and be all right.
Can I put the video up of you snoring? He was in the bed.
Yeah, for sure.
I might throw that in here, guys.
Yeah, definitely throw that in for sure. But I thought I was fine, and I really wasn't. It really messed me up. And I have a anxiety disorder and PTSD and who knows how many other things. And it really just kind of kicked that in. I feel like he's about to say something. It really just
well, you've had, you never had any real health problems. You've been generally a healthy person up until
until my early 30s. I got diagnosed with COPD when I was 32.
Yeah.
And that was, start of health problems.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you've been, nothing major though. You've, like I say, you've been healthy and
yeah, no surgeries, no organ transplants. No, I haven't even had my appendix out,
Well, no, we got to keep that shit. That's ours, man.
Nothing. I haven't.
Don't let nobody take that shit.
Yeah, never had my tonsils out, wisdom teeth, nothing.
Well, yeah, gotta take them wisdom teeth out. I did because when you have too much wisdom, and yeah.
I don't think I had any. I don't think I had any.
So yeah, it was actually it was a surprise to me because in general our family is healthy.
Yeah.
So when that happened, you were 37.
I think I was 37.
Yeah, 37 and major.
It was right out. It was a month after my birthday, not even.
And it was a major thing. It wasn't just like a little.
No, it was a widowmaker heart attack.
Yeah, where they
said if I would have went to take a shit, I would have killed myself.
Yeah, well, it depends on some days. I've had them mornings. We all been there.
But yeah, he said, when I got to the hospital, they wouldn't let me stand up. They wouldn't let me do anything because any stress at all, anything like that could have pushed one of those clogs or whatever and killed me.
Yeah, but I mean, everything went good. I mean, you ended up getting in. They did their thing.
Yeah, my scar is I got scratched by a cat, so it's blocked out by that kind of, but it's that tiny little pink dot right there. Is the scar from my heart surgery. Because they just went in right there and just did everything that way.
Oh yeah. Then But yeah, just let everybody know we do have the cheap seats sitting around too. Maybe we'll swing over and get them on camera and we'll find out what's going on.
Yeah. We'll find out what's going on TikTok, I guess.
Yeah,
or a little phone game. Oh, my bad. Oh, dude.
Nobody gives a fuck about TikTok.
Fucking putting together a puzzle.
But yeah, so like I say, yep, you had a heart attack. Unfortunately, it's like saying, I don't mean to make it sound like it's no big deal.
Well,
it was
that's how I treated it. I treated it like it was nothing.
But it might have been because I noticed since then a difference because it was a wake up call. I think maybe it just started having you think a little deeper, a little harder about a few things.
Yeah. Well, it brought the fact that I'm gonna die into the front of my thoughts, instead of being in the back of your mind. It brought that into the light. Like,
well, yeah, because
hey, stupid, you could die anytime, like anytime.
Oh yeah,
no matter how good you feel.
Because we think all the time. I mean, we all know, but we don't ever think about that because we dwelled on it all the time.
We do everything we can to not think.
Yeah,
about
exactly. So and you had a little the way you were, me and you have been different throughout the years.
Yeah.
Raised a little different, and our family's a messed up thing.
Well, you were raised by dad. I was raised by mom and the sisters.
Yeah.
The sisters, like a little cult. They should be.
Well, like I say, there's certain things we're going to get in world of fucking trouble for.
I don't give a shit.
Okay. Because I don't care either. I just want to make your life worse.
I'm honest. I'm honest with everybody. And, I've started living my life differently. I'm honest. I have, boundaries and stuff. And if you don't want to hear my opinion, don't ask. I'm not going to sugarcoat stuff. I don't, especially since my heart attack, I don't have all the time in the world to just waste patting people's egos and making sure they feel okay. I'm not going to go out of my way to make somebody feel bad, but I'm going to give you my honest opinion on things.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
pretty bluntly.
I'd rather blunt. You see, now you're starting to understand the way I've been my whole life.
Yeah.
I say things that people don't want to hear.
Well, and
I might say it a little harshly, but it's just because I'm going to get my point across, and the less words I can use, the better off I am, because I have other things to do in my life.
And people in our padded, society, how it is now with every hard corner covered, they take it as, well, you're just a dick. You're a jerk. Like, well, no.
I am.
At times it's very easy to be a dick, but no, I don't go out of my way to be a dick or a jerk to anybody.
Well, I don't go out of my way. I just naturally am.
Yeah. It's just perceived that way because people aren't used to people being honest and telling the truth. And that's not right. We should all be very used to hearing the truth and maybe a little bit of harshness from time to time, because that's the real world. I feel like, and not to like change subjects, but when it comes to like dealing with women, I feel like I grew up in a sense of how it comes to dealing with women. And I'm going to turn 40 this year.
And you're just getting it. You're just starting to understand.
Yeah.
And the deal, like I say, let's touch a little bit on on that or whatever. But okay, we were raised different. Not, both of us up, down, whatever. I don't want to get into all the fucking family drama and bullshit, but
we'll write that book sometime later in life.
We'll definitely probably get some, you guys give us a bunch of comments and want to hear that stuff. Maybe we'll get into some crazy crap, so there was some crazy shit, man.
We had
we had a good time. Well, I mean, didn't have a good time, but it was something. It was definitely, it was never boring. Put it that way.
Memories.
Yeah, it was fucking memories burnt into our skull. But I went down. Obviously, you're younger than I am, and I was off and gone, and you were living your life. I was starting mine. You know what I mean? And we never like lost touch, but just we're guys, man. We just never really.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to see you every day, or I'm going to see you every
went
weekend.
off and you were doing your thing, and then eventually I got out of the house and went to college and started doing my thing, and
yep. And then
Dad died.
Yeah, I know that was rugged, man. I was like, God damn, what the fuck? And that was something, like I say, I haven't really ever said it to anybody. Yeah, but Dad died. I was damn near 40, and when he ended up dying, yeah, it's a sad deal, and he was out of state. He was gone, and we hadn't seen each other. We'd stay in contact a little bit, just kind of same way I stay in contact with you. And doesn't mean I don't care. It just means, I got my life, they got their life
going on.
Yeah. But you know how it is. We just, 10-minute phone call, and we caught up like 4 years. Women, they'll talk forever, but
daily.
Yeah. So when Dad died, it was I don't know how to say it. At first, of course, obviously you got the feelings. You got, it wasn't the greatest time in my life. It was rugged for a little bit because of that. But it was like 2 or 3 months later. Even though he was out of state, he didn't really have anything. He was
a minimalist.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And he couldn't really help out. He couldn't really, you know what I mean. I'm not trying to down talk the guy or not like that. I mean,
well, no, but not what you would see in like a sitcom or a movie.
Yeah,
or
we weren't. Yeah,
where the dad's got the big house and the son. Oh, I messed up, Dad. I really need you to help me out. It wasn't that kind of.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't that kind of dad.
No.
But so about 3 months later, after he died, it just hit me one day of I'm on my own, and it was weird just having him just being alive, he didn't even have to be involved.
Somebody you could just call when you're having a bad day. And shit.
It was just the idea that there was always somebody that, was there. Dad, he's always got your back. He always going to make sure everything is good. And even if there's no way he could, and there's, you know what I mean? He couldn't have affected my life too much.
The thought's still there.
But it's just the reassurance, that little bit of, cushion, I guess, in the back of your mind you never really think about. And then all of a sudden one day it hit me, boof, he's gone. I'm alone.
Yeah.
I'm alone in life. And yeah, mom's around, all that stuff, but it's different when Dad dies for guys, it's different because we know we're the ones that are responsible. They're not so much. You know what I mean? So
yeah, if anything, you should be helping your mom with stuff, not the other way around. Yeah.
And then it was, but yeah, we, when that happened and stuff, we ended up getting together, seeing each other a few times. And when I come down there, and you just had a different outlook on life, and the way that you thought of things, didn't, me and you didn't, it's not that we didn't see eye to eye. We just had a different perspective.
I was going through some shit when Dad died, dude. Yeah. I was in a bad relationship, in a town full of drugs, and still trying to do music stuff. And dude, it was not a stable environment.
No. And it was, you just had the way I looked at things, and you were having a rough time with, during that time. Cause I think maybe it hit you a little faster than it hit me.
It hit me pretty hard. Cause, I had always kind of had a more distant relationship with Dad, and I didn't talk to him as much. And, we always talked about visiting and stuff, but I never had money,
Yeah.
I was, final notice on bills and shit for a good part of my life.
It was like everybody else, man.
Yeah. And so I couldn't afford to go down there. He sure as hell couldn't afford to come all the way back up and come see me. So,
oh yeah. Then, we went, and so, we had some talks, and we just had a different perspective. It wasn't like we were getting into an argument or anything like that. It was kind of clear that we both seen things different ways, the way we go through life.
Well, yeah, I was more of a fucktard at the time. And you were kind of like balanced, like handling shit, like had a life, had a career, like had stuff going on, and I was an idiot. Just kind of floating through life with all these fantastical dreams and notions and no plan to make any of it come to fruition.
Yeah, because Disney's a fucking wonderful life, right?
Yeah, I was just daydreaming through life.
And like I say, I didn't never think down of you for it or nothing like that. It was never a negative thing. I just understood that you had a different perspective. So I'm like, hey, let him live his life, and I'll try to.
I was pretty immature too, still.
Yeah. I'll give you that. And I thought about, but I mean, I'm not down on it. Anybody lives their life. They can do whatever the hell they want. Don't matter to me. Like as long as you ain't affecting me and trying to change me in any way.
Yeah.
Then it was all good. And then, like I say, we talked because you asked me about, especially after he died and stuff. You're like, that you hadn't really had. He wasn't around a lot. He was gone.
Well, he was around a lot until I was 9.
Yeah, and then poof.
And then he was just taken away.
Yep. And then, so like I say, you lost out on a lot of formative years, and
I feel like, when I needed him the most, when I really had fucking questions that just couldn't be answered by mom.
Yeah. And some of the answers you got.
And then, some of the ways that she answered stuff is just not. I mean, it's okay for girls to think that way, and that's how things work for them. But when a guy acts that way, he's more perceived as a whiny bitch than a woman would get sympathy and would get different reactions from a group of people. And if a guy acts the same way, they're like, fuck is wrong with that guy?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And so I was raised to be that fucking guy.
Well, you were
emotional outbursts.
Exactly.
And, never, now I think about how I feel about things.
Yeah. But did you ever really realize that you never, I guess, how can you say it? Did you understand at the time that you were getting a different reaction for the same thing that the women were going through and having a reaction, but you were getting a different reaction?
No, I thought I was a fucking weirdo. I was like, nobody else acts like me because of that, I am kind of different, but I like the kind of different that I am, once I got a grip on it and realized what the hell was going on.
Well, you went from being maybe different to being unique now. Now you're
I went from being strange to being unique.
Yeah, because now I'm pretty impressed in a lot of things that you're doing, and a lot of, because we talk quite a bit, especially in the last few years. But
for sure,
one thing to say is you have your own podcast now.
Yeah,
we can throw that out there. Obviously, you see all the stuff behind you. Kind of giving a little deal, but he is the host of Smoking That Ish.
Yeah, season 2 up and coming.
If you guys partake,
yes,
then,
even if you don't, and you just want to know what the hell's going on with all that stuff,
Yep.
A lot of the talk about marijuana and the legalities and shit of it is just convoluted in a bunch of legal nonsense, and it makes it hard to follow. And I basically just take my take on it, what I think after I read it and go through it, then I break it down, kind of like that. And it's not all marijuana, a lot of it's just life talk, basically whatever the hell's going on.
Well, yeah, because you actually been going through quite a bit. And especially since you've had a heart attack, and got out, and it just changes the perspective. And obviously when you first started coming up, and, quite often, quite regular, whatever, some of the things I said kind of caught you off guard, and you're like, what the fuck is this jerk?
Well, yeah.
This guy
so you were saying things that you normally wouldn't hear from anybody in a public setting.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You're like, this guy's a fucking asshole,
Some of it, it was like, Jesus fuck, dude. Like, I thought oh my God, this guy got divorced and now he hates women.
Well, exactly. And then you turn around and literally the gal, a gal I was seeing literally fucking asked her, you put up with that, and stuff like it. You didn't realize a lot of this. And now over the time you've started kind of.
Well, the thing is I would put up with certain behaviors and things, and I could just blow them off, but it was adding to my stress and adding to because I have an anxiety condition. I have to keep an eye on my stress and things that, can set that off or, trigger it, for lack of a better fucking word. But I have to keep an eye on that stuff. So there's certain things that, not any kind of intentional, like behaviors or anything, but things that had been let slide so long that they had become, embarrassing public behaviors and stuff, like things that I would put up with, like getting yelled at in front of people and things that I never used to put up with.
Which is, narrows down to getting yelled at in public by women for...
If you're a guy and she's yelling at you in public, she does not give a fuck about you.
She don't respect you at all.
No, she doesn't respect you. You are the fucking lower thing, and she is whipping you into shape.
No, I mean, I'll give it to him if you really fuck up doing something, or if it's
grab a girl's ass, get a girl's phone number, something fucking dumb.
Yeah, then you get it.
She should just fucking deck your ass and leave.
Well, yeah. Then you do something stupid for a reaction like that, and it only happens once every 3 years, 4 years. Okay, that's understandable. People, especially women, they have get emotionally excited, as you can say.
But a lot of guys do too now. Like, well, you got to think about society the way it is now, not the way it was when we grew up.
Because it's the feminization of men.
A lot of it, yeah.
It really is.
Yeah,
it's turning to. Men are trying to be women and women are trying to be men, and it's that's what's freaking destroying everything.
It's not, and also like women, it's not attractive.
No,
it's not attractive.
No, because
to be yelled at and reprimanded and told what to do, you're not going to find a strong man doing that.
Yeah,
you're just going to find a weak man who's going to accept you shitting on them in public and all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I've had even in the interactions I've had and stuff where, we're hanging out, we're doing stuff, and somebody comes up, a woman comes up, whatever, and says something or does whatever the situation was. I've seen out of the corner of my eye when I turn around to him and I'm like, who the fuck you think you are?
Yeah.
And then you're like, whoa, what are you doing? Why would you talk to somebody that way? And I'm like, you have to have boundaries. And
yeah,
that's where it is.
Especially if you just met them and they're starting to do something like that's insane.
Yeah.
Why would you yell at somebody you don't know?
Yeah. Or just come up and do something that, okay, you might be able to get away doing it with 50 other guys, because they
like taking a guy's hat. That's something like, I don't know if you know this, but like around South Dakota and stuff where tends to be a lot of guys who work with cattle and ride horses and stuff and wear cowboy hats. If you snatch a cowboy hat off a grown man's head, you could possibly be fist fighting that guy immediately.
Oh yeah,
it's not a joke.
Yeah, it's definitely a major disrespect. It is,
and a lot of that mentality is switched to all kinds of hats. It doesn't have to be a cowboy hat. Doesn't have to be a rancher. Just it's seen as disrespectful, especially around here.
It's we've changed. I've had a few conversations with some gals or whatever. Maybe we'll get into. We're talking about maybe getting maybe doing a podcast about it or whatever. I don't know. We'll see if it happens in the future. But
yeah, there's always always options open.
It was talking with them. They were talking about girl game. Because girls don't understand anything. They don't understand how to get a guy. I mean, they can
guys
get
come up
a guy.
To them all the time.
Well, the deal is
they don't usually have to woo a dude.
No, and our deal is, all right, our job, our game, right? If you want to say, our job is to obtain the woman, right? To go up to her and get her.
Honestly, most guys' objective is to sleep with a woman.
Exactly. That's
not to get her or date her or just to have sex with her.
Exactly. That's our job. That's our game, right? You know what I mean?
Some guys, yeah.
Exactly. And their girl game is to retain that man after she has sex with him.
Yeah.
That's girl game.
Or to make him,
any girl.
Well, there's another like nuance to the game. You don't necessarily have to sleep with the guy immediately, but to keep him interested and, I suppose like almost like make him work for it a little bit, but at the same time also keep him interested enough to work towards it, not like, oh, I'm not going to sleep with him for 6 months or something. Like, good fucking luck.
Yeah, that's never going to happen. He's never going to talk to you.
He's going to end up sleeping with somebody else.
Well,
even if he's thinking about you while he's doing it.
Well, these days, you never know.
Especially nowadays.
Some guy will be running, buying you coffee and shit when you put it on your social media. Like, he'll be happy just hanging out in a friend zone for 6 years, women finesse guys like all the time, and it's easy as shit because guys don't understand.
No, but to do it with like honest intentions, do it with like the intentions of just making sure this guy's, a real dude and not like. Well,
I actually
not just trying to have a fling, unless that's what you're looking for. Then go ahead, have your fling.
Exactly. Yeah. I think it's honestly, my take on that kind of thing. I think it is good for the woman because they don't understand us and they get mad. They're like, "Oh, I just want a guy to be honest with me." Well, if we were honest with you, you wouldn't talk to any of us. I mean,
yeah, a lot of it. If you were totally honest, the girl would fucking not speak to you. Like,
exactly.
What made you want to come up and talk to me?
Because
like, you had a
got
really
a fat
nice
ass.
Yeah, you had a really nice ass. I like the way your tits look in that shirt.
Yeah, kind of fucking gets me excited. I want to take you home.
If it was brutal honesty, it would always be something like that initially.
But that's what you always hear is women always saying, "Oh, just be honest with me. I just want a guy to be honest." Fuck, they do.
The problem is that every guy they've talked to until they're, in their 30s and start to run into actual real talking guys, all the guys they talk to have been lying to them for years, telling them whatever the fuck they want to hear.
Yeah. There's no
whatever
shit.
They need
just
to
like
say
the guys
to get them into bed. And then that makes them not trust men. And then now they start to dislike men. Then they start to play their own games to fucking manipulate men. And then we call them crazy bitches.
Hey, we're just adjusting to the game. They're the ones that said it. We're just adjusting to it.
I think it's everybody's fault.
I don't think so. Cause I really don't, I'm not saying it's not a portion on either side, but what I'm saying is mostly on women, honestly, because if all you ever hear nowadays is how we don't need men. Men are pieces of shit. Oh, fuck them guys, blah, blah, blah. That's all you ever hear. You hear it on the other end?
I don't associate with those women.
No, but do you hear it on the other side for guys? Like, not very, obviously here, but not very often, because if we say that shit in public, we're fucking ostracized.
Oh, we might not get laid. Oh, well,
no. People like,
oh no, what if you don't get to put your penis in something because of something you said? Oh,
I know, that's how you get.
But what if what if you have morals and you have standards and you have things? People worth respecting will respect you
to an extent, but the thing is,
the general mob can go fuck itself.
There's a little part of a man cannot really sexualize you as a woman unless you sexualize yourself. If you dress like a hoe, then you're going to be treated as such.
What's the new fashion? Oh, let's buy a pair of sweatpants that's too big, pull it up till it's under our tits and up the crack of our ass.
Exactly.
But don't look at me like I'm an object.
Oh, yeah. Well,
shut the fuck up.
Women under 30, 32, they're the ones that get all mad about guys like saying something or looking at them and stuff like. Anybody over that, they're happy when fucking guys look at them because they don't.
You know that outfit makes your fucking butt look good. You know your tits are hanging half out. You fucking spent an hour doing your hair and makeup before you had to go to the mall and grab that one fucking thing you needed. Like, there's a certain type of girl out there. Also, I have no fucking interest in. If you are advertising, for lack of a better word, and some guy comes up and, flirts with you, and you're like, oh, for fuck's sakes, you act annoyed. Well, guess what? Your advertisement isn't laser directed at your type. Your advertisement is directed at every single man that sees you that day, and they will all think the same thing. Oh, she must want, somebody to come up and talk to her. Or, not that a woman has to dress like a frumpy, ugly thing to go through her day unbothered. But if you are a beautiful person, guy, girl, whatever, you simply have to deal with people coming up and hitting on you.
Well, to an extent.
Well, it's society.
Yeah, to an extent.
You don't think very attractive men have dumbass girls coming up and flirting with them all the fucking time?
It's different because guys don't understand.
Not entirely.
Guys don't understand when women flirt.
It's more rare for guys because guys have to be a certain echelon of attractive, and girls have to be, a 5 or above.
Well, even if, like I say, even if you get, let's say, like a 10 good-looking guy, right?
Yeah.
He's got to have everything else with it.
No.
Yeah. I mean, they'll date him, but they're not going to take him seriously.
No, they're not going to take him seriously, but he can sleep with whoever the fuck he wants.
Oh, no, that's a different story.
Yeah.
I've
seen it. I've had friends that were attractive and just, they didn't have to have shit. They didn't have to do anything.
You can sleep with whoever you want, but you can never. It's not. Every time they'd start a relationship with somebody, living like that, within a couple of weeks, it's like, what the fuck? You're just always sleeping on the fucking couch. You're not fucking doing anything. And that's what you get.
It would always start, yeah.
Yep, because you don't have.
But he could initially sleep with whoever the fuck he wanted.
Oh, exactly. You can sleep with them, but you don't have the status to maintain a quality relationship. They are going to start their complaints, whining, nagging, bitching, moaning, whatever you want to call it.
Personally, though, I don't want that low quality bitch to begin with.
Because if they start whining, I'm like, listen, this isn't.
It's not like, I mean, unless you lied about having a job and shit when you met them, But if you're unemployed and shit when you meet them, and you have a long history of not having a fucking job, and they, you can come stay with me and and they honestly expect you to just turn it all around and get that job. Well, that's fucking just dumb.
Yeah, it's not.
Their mom and dad should have taught them better how to treat people. If somebody is walking around and tells you they're a turd, and then you move that turd into your house, well, it's just a turd.
You get what you what you come for.
You're not going to move that turd into the house and then all of a sudden be like, oh my God, it's a prince inside of a turd.
Yeah.
It was
a piece of crap.
Yeah, thanks Disney. Thanks Disney.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, women run on this Disney fairy tale all the time.
And I can change him. Oh, fucking the dumbest words ever spoken.
And there's no way guys don't change. I'm just telling you, the guys, we are the way we are.
Yeah,
okay, we might adjust.
I've changed plenty.
Well, yes, but you didn't change because of a woman. You changed because of life events and knowledge.
I changed because of the way I felt about me. And
exactly.
The thing is, I spent like 37 years probably not thinking about me, like not thinking about why I felt the way I did.
Because you were told not to.
Well, no, I just knew that I felt shitty about myself all the fucking time. And I didn't know why.
Well, what were you told, about?
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and how... I mean, like I say, you were raised differently. I mean,
a man's value is directly tied to his paycheck.
Oh, it is.
You're worth exactly how much you bring in the fucking door.
Yep. And it is true. It is true. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, women are hypergamous, and that's just the way it's going to be.
It can be,
but there's nothing wrong with that.
That is simply one piece in so many pieces it takes to be a good man.
Oh,
Like,
very true.
Yeah, you can't just work hard and then drink whenever you want, sleep with whoever you want, beat the shit out of your fucking wife or whatever, and still be a good dude.
Oh, no.
Because you work hard and you pay the bills. It means
No, like I say, you got to be a decent person.
Yeah.
If you're looking for a long term to maintain.
I try
decent.
to keep my conscience clean, is what it is. Before, I used to just litter it with whatever the fuck and let it process it however.
I had a conscience one time. I just gave that upper lamp because you got to give something up. So
yeah.
I was like, well
yeah, you don't have to stop eating meat for fucking Lent. I don't know why everybody does that.
Well, no, but yeah, you got to give something up.
Yeah.
So I just kind of gave up. I was like, well, I don't want this anymore. Morals out the door, I'm
gonna start
get rid of this, and
I'll give up a toe every year.
Well, I ain't gonna give up a piece of me. I ain't doing that.
But then nobody can talk to me about Lent for the whole week.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm not giving up a piece of me.
Or I get to take their toe.
I gave up women. Like, I don't want to date her anymore. I give her up for Lent.
Yeah,
just move on.
There you go.
I was like, there you go. I changed. How about that? And then our friends are wonderful, so that's good.
Yeah. Wow, if they're right behind, fucking just lapping up the scraps. She doesn't really have any friends.
Dude, no women has any friends.
I know women that have friends. I know women that genuinely have friends that live,
few and far between.
Live by the same kind of code as like a homie code. Like, you don't fuck your buddy's ex-girlfriend and shit. Like, they won't fuck with the same dude.
The problem is you got to understand that the situation. If it's a quality man.
No, even
if he checks all the boxes,
it's not an option.
The deal is if the guy checks all the boxes, there's a lot more likelihood that she's not going to be.
She wasn't her fucking friend.
Exactly. Women don't have friends.
I know women that
women think they talk, but they'll end up hating each other for like the longest time.
Got to be careful when you talk in generalities too, like that, because it's not like all women don't have friends. It's not like all women act the way that the women that we mostly talk about act. It's not like when I say high quality good women out there.
When like I say, if when I go ahead and I talk about women, or I talk about all women or whatever, it's the majority. It's 80% or more.
Yeah, well,
there's always outliers, but outliers don't matter.
It has to do also with where you go. Where do you go when you go out? You go to the bar. Well, you're not going to see classy women in the bar. You're mostly
you go to the
trash.
No, yeah, that's where they all are. But
yes,
I mean, we all know what we're looking for. That's where all of them are at in the first place.
Yeah, I want to have sex, but I'm too uncomfortable to talk about my real feelings, so I'm going to drink until somebody fucks me.
Oh, I don't worry about freaking feelings. I know what I got.
Yeah, I know. You're waiting for one of them to get drunk.
So. Yeah, I mean, I know where I'm at. I'm good. But it's not like say it's all in generalities, because when I say all men, right? Well, there's a lot of gay men that don't like women.
Yeah.
Well, that's a given. Okay. Duh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to sit and say except for and just name the 30, 40 different,
they seem
because I'm saying all heterosexual men, meaning 80% or more.
Men seem to be fairly happy unless they get involved with a man that acts like a woman.
Exactly. Because we're logical.
And not that I know we're to the point. About
no, I don't, but we're logical and to the point. That's why
anything to be voicing opinions.
That's why, like say the studies that are done that lesbian couples have the highest rate of domestic violence between each other. It isn't men. You know what I mean? That's a woman and a woman, lesbian couple. They have the highest rate of domestic violence.
Yeah.
Just from there. So when they all say,
well, that's because domestic violence, everybody always focuses on the fire and they never focus on how the fire started.
Well, when they exactly.
They always focus on what happened. They don't focus on how it happened or why it happened.
And the deal is men, do that. It's not. I mean, I'm not saying there isn't guys out there do it.
There's guys. There's guys.
I'm not down for that.
Of shit on both sides.
And I'm not down for that. You never raise a hand to a woman. That's different. That's a whole different thing. And I'll never condone that. Don't ever do that crap in anger and whatever. But then also on the other hand, I won't condone a woman ever putting a hand on me either. If she's just playing around or she's mad and she just don't you dare. Because it goes both ways.
And it should.
Because if they think they can get away with it, which they do you see it all the time.
Well, like they say with anything, it escalates.
Yeah, well,
If you let them slap you once, and then they'll do what the mother of my kids did, and they'll fucking stab you.
well, yeah, well, exactly. I got almost stabbed on a first date.
I used to let her slap the shit out of me and all the fucking time, and then, that didn't get a reaction, and one day she fucking stabbed me. So
yeah, but that got a reaction.
Yep,
there you go.
And she always says, "Well, it was just a fucking paring knife."
Yeah, just paring knife. Yeah,
yeah. Like even though she stabbed me, she still said it was just a paring knife. Like I'm the pussy for fucking being like, "Oh fuck, you stabbed me. Oh, just a paring knife, you fucking baby."
I had a freaking.
Yeah. So if you want to, know why I voiced my opinion on crazy women and stuff, it's because So I have a type.
Dude, we all fucking been there. Like I say, I took this gal out, a cute gal, took her out to eat one time on a first date, and she ended up having a knife in my side, literally. Yeah. And freaking, I'm like, okay, and then I was cool. I was like, whatever, man, do whatever you want to do. Huh?
She want your wallet?
No, she freaking was like cutting up my food and shit. She like, okay, all right. I don't know if I told the story before, but all right, this is the way it is. All right,
was she 100 years old?
Oh no, she was like 23, 22, 23. She was cute little shit. It looked normal, right?
Yeah, she just got out.
Yeah, so it looked normal. I'm thinking, okay, cool. All right, so this is all right. You got to picture this, all right? So ended up, I met her. Bullshit. We had a good conversation. And got her number or whatever. Everything went well. Nothing happened or whatever. But then we kind of just talked back and forth for a couple weeks. Was no major thing, and she was kind of cool. There's no, they all throw red flags, but there was no like great big ones, that you see at the post office. Right? You know what I mean? So I was like, all right, I'll throw, maybe I should take her out and see what happens. So
yeah,
I invite her out. When we both met at the place and a steakhouse. And so we were sitting there and we're talking. And the moment she sat down, she started telling me about how wonderful our relationship was going to go. And oh yeah, and then I was like, okay, nice. This isn't the greatest in the world.
Well, it depends. She's like, our relationship's going to be so great because all I love is cooking steak and giving blowjobs.
Oh no! It was more like it's going to be great because then we can meet my parents, and then we can go do all these vacation things, and we can run around and we can just be together all the time.
Started with we can meet my parents. She started with that.
Yeah, it was in the first, I bet, minute. All right,
ladies, if any ladies fucking are for some reason watching this,
don't do that.
Don't fucking do that.
Oh yeah, this is what I would do.
No matter how good you think the guy is, hold that off for like 5 or 6 like solid dates.
Oh yeah.
And then maybe just kind of bring it up. And if he's like, fucking what? Be like, nah, never mind.
Oh yeah. So then it got better from there. So we're talking whatever, and I was like, okay, this isn't great, but whatever. I'm involved. I'm here. So I'm doing the thing, and they came and took our order, and then she starts talking about weddings and kids.
What'd she order?
What the hell did she order? I think she ordered ribeye. Maybe I did. I don't know. Anyway,
ribeye's a weird choice for her.
Yeah. Well, she was weird. So
I'm just trying to find out what a crazy lady eats.
You got it. All right. So then she starts talking about all the like kids and marriage, and I'm like, what the fuck, I'm like, you only been here like 15 minutes, and
what's your last name?
And I'm at this point I'm like, okay, this isn't gonna work. This is just something like
I'd be thinking she was like fucking with me, like.
Oh no,
You know,
no.
putting
I
on a
mean,
bit.
at first I thought it was funny, but no, she dead serious. This is going on, and she just rattling on, and I'm like, oh Jesus Christ! Started sounding like Charlie Brown, when your parents talk, yeah. So I'm like, oh God. So here I am, freaking doing my thing, fucking listening, trying to put up with this, and I had something to do later, but I had nothing to do and I was hungry. I was like, fuck it. I'm into this anyway. And she looked really good. Don't get me wrong. She spent a lot of time getting ready.
You're a pretty shallow guy. So.
Well, no, I mean, you know what I mean? She took a lot of time getting the right outfit and doing her makeup and getting her hair done. I don't know.
She wouldn't have been attractive. I don't imagine you would have listened to her talk very much.
Oh, no, they're not attractive. I don't even bother. Yeah. It ain't worth my time.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Because that's their main attribute anyway. If they can't even maintain that, then it's like a guy that can't maintain a job. So
touche.
So anyway, well, I mean, it's just true. It's the equivalent. So yeah, they freaking they brought the food, and this is where, okay, you follow me on this, right? So they bring the food, sat down in front of us, and walk away. And this is where it's tough, dude. And when you get into this situation, it's like, what the fuck do you do, right? Because I mean, you're screwed. So they set it down, and they, ask us whatever and walk off. And she literally doesn't touch the food, gets up, comes around, and sits next to me, grabs my knife and fork, and starts cutting up my steak. And I'm like, what the? I thought it was a joke. I'm like,
should have got up, went over to her side, and just started eating her food.
Oh, no. I mean, well, she's on the outside. I can't get out. You know what I mean?
Oh, you're in a booth.
Yeah. So I can't get out. So I'm sitting there going, what the? And I think it's a joke. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? This is exactly how I said. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And she goes, oh, I'll cut up my food for my man. I'll do anything for him. I'm like, but that's wonderful. But I know she's crazy at this point, right?
I mean, if your arms were broken.
Oh yeah, I mean, I do realize she was insane at this point, right? But I'm like,
holy
okay,
shit.
Oh yeah. So I laugh a little bit about it, and then I'm like, well, but I'm a grown ass man. I can cut up my own fucking food, right? And literally, she goes, oh. And gets that look like, oh, wipes the knife, turns, and stuffs it right in my side. And she says, let me. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck you want to do? Like, nah, that's cool. A little smaller, please. Thank you. That'd be all right. It's like, whatever. And the only thing going through my head is she's going to kill me.
Yeah.
Right? So, well, no, I mean, hold on. And the deal is if I try to get up and leave right then, she's insane, right? She's insane. She's going to cut me.
Yeah.
So I let her do her thing. She goes around the other side, and
I think I speak for everybody watching when I say, though, like,
I probably deserve it.
But what would the sex be like, huh?
Oh yeah, no, she'd be freaky. She'd be damn freaky. Oh yeah, it'd be good.
You'd walk in, her voice would change and shit.
They do it with the lights off. That's a whole nother
There's
story.
other tied up guys in the room like, no, come in.
You're going to be the next. But so it didn't end there, right? So I'm thinking to myself, she's sitting on the other side. And I'm sitting there, and I'm looking at her, and she's just rattling on, wah. I'm like, and all I'm thinking of is like, I need to get the fuck out of here, right? I mean, she's insane. She's going to kill me.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think of ways to get out. And one of the things, the waitress comes walking up, asking if we need anything or everything's good, right?
911.
Well, the deal is I can't say she's crazy. I need to get the hell out of here because she's going to think I'm just making a joke.
Yeah, but what's that?
And the waitress isn't going to help me. See, now, if it was the other way around, that woman would help.
Abuse sign you do with your hands, you're supposed to look out for women, where you do like the thumb inside and then you go over it with the hand or some shit. You're supposed to look for it in public. It's supposed to be like for sex trafficking or some shit. If you do the thumb and then the fingers over the hand or some shit like that.
I have no idea what you do. I avoid that stuff.
Well, everybody should fucking know about it.
I don't know, man. I think maybe you hang with right on. Anyway, so
I see it in fucking advertisements, you bag of dicks.
Sure you do. That's what they all say. Everyone was like, "Nah, I just seen that on TV. I play a doctor on TV. I'm not really a doctor."
You're a fucking turd. That's gross.
So I'm sitting there. She comes up, and I'm like thinking to myself, if it was her, and I was like that weirdo, she could look at the waitress and say, "I don't want to be here," and that waitress is going to stay there and make sure that she leaves, right? The other way around, the waitress is just going to laugh at me and walk away. She's going to think it's a joke.
Yeah.
Right? And it's not a joke. So I'm like, she's going to cut me. I mean, really, she's going to cut me. So the only thing I can do is, do you need anything? I'm like, we need more drinks. We need more drinks every time. No more drinks. And just let her have a bunch of drinks and go the womp, womp, womp.
A bunch of drinks with her knife.
Yeah. Well, problem is I sort of the way it worked, the plan, and it worked, was she kept drinking and kept drinking. She had 3 or 4 of them down or whatever. And I need to go to the bathroom. Well, it's right over there, And the moment that bathroom door closed, money out on the table and gone. I was gone. I was like, delete, block, delete, jump in the car. I was gone. I drove around for like an hour. It is no shit. I was watching in the mirror. I didn't want her following me because I was like, she's going to cut me.
Going to find out where you live.
Oh, yeah. And I ended up running into her like, I don't know, 3 years later. And obviously still single, but oh, yeah, obviously still single. But and she just couldn't figure out why we never really connected. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I was gonna just, different things.
Ask
going
one
on.
of the guys down in the dungeon why.
Yeah, exactly. Well, this is definitely it was. Trust me, we've all had crazy stuff. That's the first one I had that was absolutely like pulled a weapon on me. I've had crazies,
Yeah, I've got scars from women.
What? No, really?
Got a scar on my back from a woman.
Is any of that non-consensual though?
All of it's non-consensual. I have a scar on my back.
Oh, is that what? That's what you're saying? I
have a scar on my back from a woman. Before they had flat screen TVs and shit, we were in a hotel room, and we had been arguing forever. But she was bleaching her hair, and I looked at her, and she had said something to me like a bitch, and I just looked at her, and I was like, and I said it exactly like this. I go, "Why can't you just fucking be nice to me?" Oh, no. And she came storming out of the fucking bathroom, picked up the TV that was there, it was a little shit TV, hit me with it, and then that knocked me into the wall, and a nail hit me in the back and cut my back. And then she wrapped the telephone cord around my neck and stepped on my back and tried to choke me out.
Well, like that's crazy. Jeez. I mean, come on. Just a telephone cord.
She ended up in prison.
Oh, well, that's what I'm saying. Women are nuts. I mean, friggin' nuts.
Well, she thought I was a dick because I broke up with her. I tossed her over the bed.
Dude, I
tossed her over the bed onto the other side of the bed, and I fucking went out the fucking door because we had just been in that hotel for like a day, and I went out the fucking door with my keys, jumped in my car, and fucking drove back the trip, dude.
That was
in Sioux Falls.
I went and, like I say, every time I broke up with women, and it's probably, I don't know, 50, when it goes that way, or 60-40, whatever. But, I break up with women quite a bit just because they're not measuring up. I mean, what can they do that the next one can't? You know what I mean?
That or, they start to act, because I know how you are with like, you don't want him to like feel, I don't know, irreplaceable or something, like you don't want him to start putting in roots and fucking acting like things got to be a certain way when they're around and shit like that.
Well, what the deal is they get, it's fine that when a woman after about 2 or 3 months gets comfortable.
Yeah.
And once they get comfortable, their bad habits come out and they think it's perfectly okay, that they don't have to try anymore. And usually that's the beginning of the end. You know, if they actually tried and worked at the relationship, same way we work at a relationship every day, right?
Yeah.
Do you ever just say, I don't have to, she's never going anywhere, I'm just going to sit and be a bum for fucking 3 years? No.
No, I only did that for 2 years.
Yeah, that happens. Well, no, it's, but it, you know what I mean? If they work and try and put forward effort, that's completely different. But they always get like 3-4 months in, and then they just get comfortable, and then they relax, start letting bad habits out that they've been kind of hiding, because we all try to put our best foot forward, you know. And
it's called the honeymoon phase.
Yep. And as soon as their bad habits come out, then they start like asking you, like, well, what are you going to do this, or when are we going to do this, and how was this going? And it's like, the women don't understand that they're the gatekeepers of sex, right?
Yeah.
Nobody can have sex unless they say, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Men, me, I am the fucking gatekeeper of relationship. You can't have one unless I say.
Okay.
So my job is to obtain sex. You know what I mean? That's. I mean, when you really break
potential.
it down,
Your
when you break it down to the
your
basics,
objective is to ignite potential for relationship.
Exactly.
Just like theirs is
and their job is to get a relationship from me.
Yes, but they used to be much more picky.
Women are actually more picky right now when they're actually looking for a relationship.
Yeah, but see, if you spend your time racking up a fucking body count and then turn around and go, now I want a relationship, well, too bad.
Well, yeah, and because nobody wants them.
Yeah.
Because after so far, it's like, no.
As horrible as it is.
That's what I say.
Women have traditionally been valued by their vagina and
exactly the purity.
How much use it has had.
Yeah, their purity.
That's just over.
If she doesn't have discretion.
No, but I'm saying like over history.
Yeah,
that's how they have, and it's not like that's right.
Well,
that's the correct.
Well, hold on.
But
the deal is, you got to think about it from a biological.
Yeah, you can't expect years of that to just disappear.
Put it this way.
And at the same time, who in the fuck wants a chick with a fucking 100-person body count?
Yeah, no, nobody wants that.
You're like, fucking Christ.
There's a difference if you think about it. Through all of human history, right? Up until 1970, 80, whatever. The only way we can assure paternity that it's our kid is her discretion and her purity.
Okay.
So for a millennia, it's biological for us to want this, because otherwise we don't know. They know, but we don't.
Yeah.
So it's naturally it's biological in us to want this, to be attracted, to look for this, right?
Yeah.
Now it's free for all.
But that's only
nobody cares.
That's only if you're looking for a relationship, then. But if you're just trying to get laid, it doesn't really matter.
No, we really don't.
Somebody who's attractive.
Yeah, we're just looking for the average. We don't care. I mean, as long as they're good looking enough.
The thing is that there's more and more women now out there just looking to sleep with somebody.
And women do. The younger women do now.
Women used to have a guy, an ex-boyfriend, something like that they would sleep with when times got desperate.
Oh, yeah.
Now they just go find a guy.
Oh, yeah.
Just like guys do.
The deal is
and the thing
women do this
like
stuff.
Women, yes, it's equal, it's equality and sexual freedom and everything, but you what in the fucking world would make a woman think, in order to get a man, I need to act more like a man?
Oh, I know. I think it's horrible.
We're attracted. Well, at least me. I don't want to speak for everybody, but I'm attracted to femininity. Like,
yeah, I don't want to date myself.
Yeah. I don't want you to be a fucking
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Let's just call it off. I don't want you to be a fucking.
I want you to be vulnerable and fucking. I want to feel needed sometimes.
Well, I want the girl to be the opposite of me, for the most part.
Not the complete opposite of you. She'd never fucking do anything.
Well, no. Yeah, exactly. Well, you know what I'm saying. In general nature.
Come home, she'd be like, "Did you get more chips?"
Yeah, well,
you forgot to get chips last time. I was fucking pissed.
That's why the divorce is the one mistake I made in my life is I got married and I knew it right away. And divorces are expensive for a reason, because they're worth it. And by God, it was the best money I've ever spent in my life. It was.
Yeah, but that relationship had just completely run its fucking course. There was nothing else you could do with it.
It was bad.
Nothing else you could do with it.
It was. That's why, it
was like a fucking engine that has like 250,000 miles on it. You're just like, something's just got to go.
Yeah, she kind of wore out.
Well, I mean, not only like.
Oh, that's not what you were talking about.
Well,
I was like, yeah.
Not only like physically had you gotten bored and all that other shit, but like even with her quirks and her bad habits and everything. I mean, if you started off with a big sharp knife, it had been ground down to a fucking nub. Yeah. There's just nothing left to do.
It's
there was no fixing it. There's no fixing it. Because you can't. You were the only one trying to fix it, and you can't fucking do that.
No.
It doesn't. Relationships don't work that way. If somebody gives up, if one person gives up, the whole fucking thing falls apart.
Yeah. And like I say, I think it's more inherent on the woman to keep the relationship going. She has to actually like you more than you like her, to be honest.
Well, the guy has to keep his dick in his pants. If you want to have a real solid relationship with a woman, you can't be fucking other women. I don't care how you spin that. You're going to have your little side chick relationships and stuff like that, but you're not going to have a fucking like marriage devoted relationship with somebody while you're fucking doing that.
Well, no, I get that.
Yeah.
But if they're not putting in the effort,
it goes both ways.
There you go. If you're
not trying to provide and keep things nice and do what you consider your end, well then, you're not fucking trying.
Well, yeah, I mean,
so like both sides have to try.
Exactly. And the deal is if they're not doing something that, quote, their side normally does or should do in a general idea of relationship, I can take stuff out of mine.
It doesn't have to be much. It really doesn't. I mean, guys are pretty happy for the most part. Buy a little outfit every once in a while. Fucking.
Yeah, we're pretty simple. It
do something nice, like fucking, not to be, misogynistic, but like bring him a sandwich or something, like without him asking you to do it.
They should bring us a goddamn sandwich.
Well, not if he's that kind of dick, then you're already making sandwiches and fuck him, he's getting it. But just do if you really want to like surprise a guy, like seriously, just do something without him asking. Do something nice that he didn't ask you to do. Make a dinner that he likes, or let him pick the movie, or just something that he's gonna notice is like a little special thing without you having to bring it up and shit.
Okay, this is this is kind of like to say a few little things that we don't see completely on. So this is the question I just want your response to understand. Why is it that we as men are expected to be traditional and follow all the traditional and do everything we're supposed to do traditionally for a woman, and that's what's going to make her happy, and that's what's going to make a happy life? Yeah. But they don't have to.
Well, it depends on what that guy is looking for.
No, the deal is why is it that they traditionally, the guy goes out and works, protects her, brings home money.
That's why.
But I'm just saying, guys.
No, that's why it has gone that way, because guys.
But what I'm saying,
their lack of.
Just hold on, listen to me. A guy goes out, works, protects, takes care of the home, makes sure everything is taken care of, and she cooks and cleans and brings you a fucking sandwich. And you're sitting there saying, well, she doesn't really have to do that all the time. Why? Then I can just say, I'm not fucking going to work this week.
No, it's
or
not,
I'm just not protecting you this month.
Because if you make it something that is just required or considered, then it's no longer special. It doesn't mean anything.
But you are required.
She cooks for the kids in the house and the stuff. You know, if she is a stay-at-home, or if the guys stay at home, whatever, you're expected to cook, clean, take care of the kids.
But you're required.
Yes, but you're not required to fucking do things while thinking about the other person. You're just cooking dinner for the kids and shit. You can cook whatever the fuck is acceptable. And then when that person gets home, you're like, here, I made dinner. And, you know, they should be happy somebody made dinner. But you could make something that they particularly like that maybe isn't made all the time because maybe it's not everybody's favorite or some shit like that. Little things like that. Or like buy a little, you know, for me, I like, you know, little slutty outfits and shit like that. So maybe buy one of those sometime. Something that, you know, that he will know is because you were thinking about him. And for the guy, we do that other stuff because that's what makes us feel good.
No, I mean, I don't want to risk my fucking life for a woman.
Well, get a different fucking job. Jesus Christ.
Well, you know what I mean? Why would I, if somebody kicks on the fucking door at 3 a.m, why do I got to get up and fucking go take care of it?
You don't.
You have to. You ain't going to send her.
Why? Teach her how to shoot.
You ain't going to send her.
Why not?
Because the moment you do, she ain't going to want you around no more.
Maybe you just went to bed and fucking she's been in bed
she
for
ain't
hours.
She ain't going to want your ass around no more. You're done.
You got to date women that fucking want to kill.
No, well, trust me, I did. I didn't want a knife in my side.
You got to go through a few stabbings to find the right one.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying is if they can alleviate themselves of their traditional roles, then I should be able to pick and choose as I want to.
You can.
But the moment they do, they're done.
Well, that type of woman, sure.
All women.
There's plenty of there's plenty of cuck men out there living on girls' couches and fucking, you know, living the, I don't know, the way a shitty guy would treat a chick. There's plenty of girls treating guys like that and they just accept it because they have no self-esteem or moral compass.
Yeah, because they're just using them.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not a relationship.
No, but there's plenty of that going on. Oh, no.
That's not a relationship.
You underestimate the weak-minded men that are out there right
now. That's not a relationship, and we all know that's not a relationship. That's just her using him and enjoying her life.
Well, yeah.
She didn't give a crap if he enjoys anything.
Well, yeah, but it's different if you have some chick hanging around who you just have fun with when you want and then go do whatever the fuck you want. That's not a relationship either.
Well, it's not. It's not. The deal is it's her job to get me a relationship with me. That's her job. Do something that's going to make me say, okay.
Not every girl wants that.
Then it's not a relationship to begin with. It just is like a situationship.
A situationship.
Which is everybody does, you know. Everybody's got those going on, but it really is. If she can alleviate herself from traditional roles, I have the same right.
Yeah.
But the moment that I do, all of a sudden she don't want to. You're just like a woman.
Well, not the woman that you want, because that woman is a certain level of attractive where she can simply go find another man that will do everything that she needs done and will accept her for being shitty. And that's why these women have gotten to how shitty they are, is because men just accept it. Like, yeah, but at least I get to fuck her, right? And here we are.
And it is. And it's like I say, men getting, and that's why how many older women, 30 and up, right? How many of them are single, right? Just think the reason they're single is because they did all that stuff, like you're saying, and now they want to find a real man.
Or they spend all their time being lied to by men, and they just have such a twisted such a twisted fucking idea of how to deal with men because they have just dated, they've gone for the wrong guy consistently over and over again, and their brains are all twisted up now.
Well, yeah, but
they're not going to believe a fucking thing a decent man says.
No, because nobody, I mean,
they haven't had a decent man before.
I'll guarantee there's a ton of women that are everywhere, every age, that's got all kinds of nice guys in their DMs. all kinds.
Yeah, but you can't.
They ain't talking to them.
Depends. If
They
you're
don't
nice,
want them.
If you're nice and ugly, you're still ugly, dude.
Yeah, but you can be rich and ugly and still you can fuck anybody you want. So that doesn't matter.
You can't fuck anybody you want.
Pretty much.
You can be rich and ugly and have a harem of whores.
Exactly. You can.
Yes, you can fuck 10s all day long, but whether or not you will be amidst decent people is a crapshoot.
Yeah, but decent people. That's.
If you're looking for a relationship, you're hoping for a decent person. Just flat out, everybody is.
Oh,
nobody's going, I hope I get this sociopath fucking asshole.
Exactly.
Everybody's thinking, I want a decent person. Well, if you're rich, guess what? Now it's even harder to find a decent fucking woman because now you have a harem of whores throwing themselves at you as soon as they find out you have fucking money.
Yes, but in a way, it kind of keeps women in line.
No, it keeps that group of shit women in line.
No, it does kind of keep a certain... If you have a good woman, and she knows that there's 30 people just waiting for her to screw up. She gonna screw up? And she really loves you?
I mean, if she really loves you in the first place, why would she fuck up in the first place?
That's what I'm saying. But
I mean, why does there
she's
have
going to be on her game.
She
is going to be on her game and make sure that she's going to find out about you, understand you, do what needs to be done, try to be the best woman she can be, instead of the 3, 4, 5 months just be relaxing and then just chill. Because the moment then you can replace her.
I feel like the girl I'm with should have fucking 10 fucking huge dicks with rich money fucking swinging at her, and if she wants one of those, she should get the fuck out.
Most of the time they're going to go for that stuff.
Good, go. I don't want you. You're not the type of person I'm looking for.
Because women, they go for, I mean, it's understandable to a certain point,
I understand financial stability.
Yeah, they want, it's a natural, just like us.
But there's a limit to financial stability, and then it turns into greed and fucking
But all women are greedy.
No, that's a thing you can't say about any group of people.
Yes, regardless. All women are greedy.
That's not true.
There is no woman, put it this way, you take a Ryan Reynolds, right? Good looking guy, right? Everybody, right? I think everybody can say he's a good looking guy, right? Yeah. Okay, you take him, put him in his, $5,000 suit, driving a Lambo, going to the Oscars, wonderful. How many women want to be with him?
Most.
Okay, now take him, take away the car, take away the status, take away the job. He's homeless, almost homeless, making $20,000 a year.
He's homeless and he smells like shit.
Okay, now how many women want him?
Well, if he's homeless and he smells like shit.
He's the same person.
Fucking nobody.
He is the same person.
Well, yeah, but you take anybody.
No. Listen to it. He's the same person. You take
anybody and fucking make him homeless and covered in shit. Nobody's going to fuck him.
But listen, he's the same person.
Sure is, but he's covered in shit.
Yes, he's the same human being. So if they can love the human being and attracted to the human being.
You're talking in terms of like, well, if you thought this was a delicious steak when it was cooked here, when it's in the gutter covered in shit, you should still think it's a delicious steak. No.
So you're saying homeless people are pieces of shit?
No, homeless people are mostly.
So you're saying people making $20,000 are pieces of shit?
No, I'm saying if you're covered. I'm saying if you're covered in shit, you can't get.
Let's keep this understandable.
All I'm saying is if you're covered in shit, you can't get laid. That's what I'm saying.
Why?
Because you're covered in shit.
Why? They're the same person, same human being.
But they're covered in shit.
Because women are attracted to certain traits.
Because people are not attracted to poop.
Because women are attracted to certain traits.
Not everyone has that particular fetish, sir.
No, but money, status, reliability, ambition.
Okay, now if you were to say, let's take Ryan Reynolds, but he's working a regular
$20,000 a year,
$20,000
Burger King
job, but he's clean, showered, still himself.
Yep.
I'd say he goes down from 90% to 50%.
50% of women flocking to him.
Yeah, he could just fucking. I guarantee that Burger King is full of whores.
I bet you realize that the studies they've done on you take Instagram and Tinder and Bumble, stuff like that.
And also a guy.
Now listen, hold on.
No, but hold on.
Because women only swipe on the top 15%
yes, but you have to
of
take
men.
Something into account as well. Like he has genetics, the bone structure. The way he looks, even if he worked at Burger King, as soon as he started an Instagram account or something, inevitably be famous.
Exactly. Now
he's a Adonis,
but
dude.
The deal is women only swipe on the top 15% of men.
Mm-hmm.
Only. And that's actually a really good pool of people because it's anonymous. They can swipe and nobody will know.
Yeah.
And women are only swiping on the top 15% of men. So the bottom 85%.
Yeah, they're swiping on the top 50% of men, and then 90% of those girls are going to the fucking bar and fucking some guy not on that list.
Exactly.
Because you can't all fuck that top 15%.
But that's what they're looking for.
Yeah.
Okay, so if that's what they're looking for.
People have unrealistic standards, yes.
Women do have an unrealistic standard.
Both have unrealistic standards.
Oh,
Both sides.
No.
Both sides.
No. I mean, some guys, I'll give you, they got unrealistic. I know a guy that does.
Well, your standards are ridiculous for a relationship. Like,
oh, hell no.
She's got to be cool with me fucking other girls. Well, a relationship's out the window.
No, the deal is that if that doesn't, but my deal is if we're in a relationship, I give her a relationship, right?
Yeah.
Then she has to always be available. The moment she's not, then I can just not be available.
She can't have a period?
Listen, there's other things.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
there's always a way.
You're not gonna be like, oh, I want some fucking pussy now. And she's like,
there's always another way.
Okay, yeah. No, I get that. The
moment she's like, nah, like that, well, then I just don't want to pay for shit today.
Yeah, but I mean,
we'll go out and stuff, and then I'm just paying for me and walking out.
Within reason, yes, that's the thing. Like, because we don't have that issue. There's not times where she withholds sex from me.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't.
That would be ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know.
To just do it out of anger, like, why? That's if we have issues, we talk about them. We don't use physical things like that to
women
instigate
do this shit.
Or influence, or it's just a stupid way of doing shit.
Women do this shit all the time
because sitcoms have been promoting it for fucking years.
I know, and women do this shit all the time, and it drives me nuts.
Show me a sitcom where the guy's not a fat fucking
loser.
turd.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I couldn't do anything without you, babe. Oh, everything would just fall apart if anything happened to you.
Yep.
Oh, God.
And that's what, like I say, that's not helping promote.
No, it's what started all this shit. It started years ago.
It's just like I've had women that wanted 50-50, right?
50-50?
50-50 relationship.
How?
Yeah, it's never 50-50.
She's going to pay for half the shit?
That's what I'm saying.
You're going to pay for every other date?
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. And when I go on vacation,
every other bill.
When I go on vacation, she's paying for her part.
Yeah.
Or if I'm going to a concert, does she want to pay for a ticket?
50-50.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden they get really, really pissed and they're like, well, I don't mean 50-50 financially.
Oh, well, then they don't understand the concept of 50-50.
That's what I'm fucking saying.
You can't split 50-50 respect and not 50-50 financial.
They want all the attributes and all the benefits of being treated like a woman, while at the same time have all the benefits of being a hoe.
They're cherry picking.
Exactly. Every woman does.
Well, that's what, no offense to any women who might be hearing this in the other room while their husband's listening to it. But like feminism and shit they just cherry pick. Oh, that seems nice. Ooh, I'll have some of this. Oh, what's that? No. 95% of jobs like fucking lumberjacking and shit like that are done by men. You see equality in the business world, CEOs, but they don't want equality when it comes to laying bricks or working with cement. They don't want equality there.
Oh, no.
Well, then it's not fucking equality, is it?
No,
it's nitpicking and it's bullshit.
Yeah, they want all the benefits without any of the problems and the issues.
Pump a septic tank.
Yeah, but for me, it's like, I mean, when it comes down to it, I'm just not
bring up your sex life.
Yeah,
but pump a septic tank.
Yeah, we've had a few of them. We've had a few of them, haven't we? God, some of them have been pretty bad.
I mean,
some of them have been pretty bad. You got to admit.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm an equal opportunity offender.
They tend to be ditzy.
All women are.
No, there are plenty of well-grounded women out there. They don't associate in your circles.
No, there
are women out there that are nice, fun people.
There is,
who are not just bags to fuck, dude.
Well, listen here.
Come on,
just keep it.
Come on.
But we're talking again. You're bringing up outliers. The very few, the very 1-2%.
No, I think a lot of it has to do with where you hang out, man.
No,
bars are just getting worse and worse, man.
Really? Have you dated preacher daughter?
I've never gone to a church long enough to.
Dude, you have no idea. They're the worst. You think bars are bad? God damn.
Well, people smell better in churches.
Oh, yeah, but I tell you what, dude.
Well, then why aren't you going to church?
Oh, no.
These crazy
no. I went in there. I went into the church the last time. I had to pick a friend up for something. I don't know what it was. He needed a ride. And went in there and sat down, and a couple old ladies were sitting in there over outside, like 3 or 4 of them. I mean, like 400 years old. And I went in and sat down in front of them, just kind of chilling, and you could hear them whispering, So all of a sudden, I just started doing the oof. Damn.
Is it hot in here?
Yeah, I'm like, damn. I was like, I got to get the hell out of here. I'm a burn. What the hell? And I walk out, and they're like, watching me go. And I'm like, man, they'll never figure that out. They'll be having something to talk to all their women
Should have
friends.
lit a cigarette and held it in your hoodie or something, so there's smoke coming out.
And then all of a sudden they're freaking, but they're the same ones who did like horrible, nasty things.
Well, yeah, but see, the thing is when I go and do something, like if I go to a church service or something like that, I don't go for them. I'm not going there for them.
No, I'm not going for them, but
they have nothing to do with why I'm there or what I'm doing, and them snickering and whispering and all the stuff that they're doing directly goes against the building they're sitting in. So,
no, I'm like I say, even the ones that are respectful and wonderful and very conservative and very, like, I've been hit on more, I bet percentage wise at a church than actually hit on than at a bar.
I suppose Sioux Falls has bigger areas. I go to churches full of old people.
Oh no. I mean, I tell you what, there's
the closest thing to getting hit on is
everybody thinks about it. It's where you're looking for. Yeah, you're not really going to find anything anywhere. It's because they're all the same. I mean, and I'm not saying all, but in general, they all think they're different. They all think they're special and wonderful and this and that, but they're all generally the same.
And the whole witchy fucking thing with the stage and the stones and shit, dude. If you want to make it your religion, ladies, go ahead. Make it your religion, but follow it. Don't half-ass dip and dabble and fucking just use it when it's convenient for you to be a fucking psycho.
I think.
Oh, I'm just acting this way because fucking Libras and the fucking dinner. Shut the fuck up, dude.
I honestly think that women do this crystal crap or even your sign and the stars and. That's a red flag. They're sex only. At that point, right then, they're just sex only.
I had a girl ruin that. Yeah,
it's to the point where they always leave themselves an out because if they do something screwed up, it's because
they always have an excuse.
Exactly. So instantly, it's a red flag. Don't ever deal with any of that.
No,
that's the thing is if a woman asks you and. For me, if a woman asks me what my sign is in the first date or two, I instantly know she's in the sex only category.
Oh, I just
move them over.
I just tell them what it is, and they.
Oh yeah, no, I do. I just move them over. I'm never going to take them serious.
No.
I'm
a Scorpio, which is like the worst fucking thing you could be.
Oh, I don't even have a clue.
Scorpios
I don't have a clue what one does or what the other
Scorpios are fucking stubborn and violent and fiery and fucking. I mean, just pig-headed. Like we're hard to get along with.
Like a man.
Yeah.
But
we're like the epitome of fucking hard to live with.
Yeah, and it's serious. The moment they do, I just I know this isn't going to go anywhere. I mean, if they're cute enough, then
any of those girls
I'm not
that
gonna
believe in
tell
that
them no.
stuff. If I was to say Scorpio, they'd be like, "Oh fuck." That's always the same response. Anytime, ever.
God,
Oh no. Yeah.
I don't deal with that. It's great and wonderful, but at that very point, I know it's not going anywhere.
Yeah,
it's never going to go anywhere. I know where they
well, you
belong.
can't take them seriously.
No, because they're not serious
Like,
about.
Oh,
life.
you believe in hoopla? Cool. People can come along and just convince you of things. You're going to be a Mormon soon.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. It's because
Have you heard about John Smith and the Magic Tablets?
Exactly that and freaking what is the Kool-Aid drinkers and
Not to shit on Mormons. Mormons are super nice people, but
sure.
no, it's like part of their religion to be just overly fucking nice.
Part of their religion is wonderful,
which is cool.
That's what I was saying. Part of their religion is really cool.
Well, polygamy's not really part of their religion. That's a whole side sect.
Well, hold on.
The main Mormon church does not support that. John Smith supported the fuck out of it.
Well, he's the leader of the whole thing.
He started the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly.
They all don't look at it like that. He actually kind of centered around polygamy being the center of Mormonism. He had like 30 fucking wives, dude.
And what's wrong with that?
I mean, I imagine they were not happy.
Oh, you're saying they're not happy?
Yeah.
You're imagining they are, but are they not happy?
I mean, no.
No,
There's no way one guy kept 30 women happy. No way.
Well, no, you can't keep a woman happy.
Okay, then I was right.
But they're happy with staying. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if he just married him and left and they just couldn't get divorced because they couldn't find his ass. Or what, dude? I think he just kept moving around. He's like,
here you are
like,
apologizing.
Wow, you're getting bitchy. I'm gonna go.
Here you are apologizing for this, and then fucking just continue to dig a fucking deeper hole.
He was a shitbird.
Oh, Jesus!
He started a good concept.
Jesus
know.
Christ.
Well, he might not have been everything they say he was either.
Oh fuck! Jesus Christ!
Jesus was definitely a brown man.
What?
Fucking large nose.
Dude, hey, it's just like a woman. Just keep digging yourself all.
No, he was. Everybody thinks Jesus was prim and white and shit. And it's like, yeah, he was walking around just pure, pristine white in the desert in the fucking Middle East. Just white as can be in a land where only very, very brown people lived. He was just the one pure white man walking around. It's an idiotic concept. Jesus wasn't a white guy.
Keep going. Continue.
He just couldn't have been.
I want no more. Keep going.
He literally couldn't have, due to where he lived and the time that he lived.
Why?
He couldn't have been.
Why is that? What would he have been?
He would have been Middle Eastern or North African, I guess you could call it. I don't know.
What are you thinking?
What do you mean? What am I thinking?
Well, I'm just saying you're.
Say that Jesus was black.
No, I don't think Jesus. I don't think Jesus was black. I think he was Middle Eastern. I don't think he was white or black. I think he was somewhere in one of them races in the middle of it. Maybe more on the dark end than the light end. But I don't think he was black.
Was he like? Above 5
Although Ethiopians do have a really old Bible, so she said it. She said it.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm out. I didn't say that.
Said it.
She said that. I didn't say that.
Although, now that she said it, that is an extremely funny version of Jesus. That is a hilarious version.
We're gonna
of Jesus.
get like friggin' killed.
I said, yeah, she's a midget.
I want a midget.
She said the M word.
No, I want a midget. I do.
People used to own them.
I serious. I want a midget. I swear to God.
Not that makes anything, right.
It's on it's on the bucket list. I gotta have it.
Jester.
Exactly. They can do tricks and flips and shit.
I'm sure you could hire a guy as an assistant and just explain to him what the assistant.
No, I don't want a guy.
Okay.
I want him, kick.
You want a prostitute?
No, I just all midgets aren't prostitutes.
No, but the one you're looking for has.
One of them got to act like it for a while.
That would be. If they're gonna act like it, they're either a very dedicated actor or a prostitute.
It's just like we don't want prostitutes to be our girlfriends or to take seriously or to we want them to act like that at night.
What was it? The late great, well, he's not dead yet, but he should be. Charlie Sheen said, "I don't pay him to come over and have sex. I pay him to leave."
Isn't that the fucking truth? God.
Jesus Christ, tiger blood.
You know, have you ever played the airplane game?
No, you told me, but fuck you. Eat shit. I don't want to. No, you're gross.
Yeah.
You're gross and you're a horrible
What do
person.
you mean airplane game?
You're a horrible person.
Well, I've been told that before.
Person sometimes.
But yeah, every once in a while you got to play the airplane game, the ones that are kind of hanging and want to like stick around, and you're like, okay, the post nut clarity came, and you're like, okay, I really don't like this chick, you know, and then you got to like you ask them if they want to play a game, and they're like, oh sure, I'll play a game, you know, it's all right, well, I'll play the airplane game, and they're like, yeah, okay, pack your shit and take off.
You're going to hell.
Well, trust me. Hey,
Which brings me back to my.
no, hold on. No. You said
we were
I am
talking
not
about
going
my
to.
journey from
Hey,
like
we are
being
But
all shitty to being better.
I am
and
not
how I
going
got
to be
there.
married
and then
again.
It turned into midget Jesus. Okay?
I am not going to be married again. Don't put
Don't
that bad
worry,
juju on me,
buddy.
You said I was going to hell.
Don't worry, buddy. You're never getting married again.
Thank God, I don't need to go to hell again.
Ever.
Thank
Ever.
God.
Until you go to prison, and then a nice man
I don't need to fucking go to hell.
gonna make you
get
marry
married
him
again.
and make an honest woman out of you.
But yes, we were talking about your journey. Here we are.
We got sidetracked a little
We did. Because we always
a
do.
lot of it.
I know. We
No,
always do.
I wanted to get it in there because we're fucking running long. I wanted to get it in there and like at least have it the whole thing on the show. you
Well,
know?
maybe we got to freaking, we'll just do a part 2.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not very complicated, you know. I had my heart attack and I've had mental disabilities for years and other issues and stuff. And
then guys, just for, just understand, I mean, I get it. You guys seen the old movie Twins. I get it. I mean, don't be down on him because he's Danny DeVito. So we'll just, all right.
anybody who's watching who knows anything knows Danny DeVito's a bad motherfucker, dude. I'll be Danny DeVito all day, man.
He was what
Except
was
for you're
left over.
losing the hair, not me, bro.
Ain't nothing
What's
wrong
up?
with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I'm more like, I don't know. I don't want to be like Arnold either. Nope. Yeah, that's fucking
I'll be
lose.
back.
Yeah, I'd rather be Danny DeVito.
No.
Yeah, Danny DeVito's fucking doing better than Arnold is nowadays.
I don't know.
I'd take Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito dead?
No, he's on
No,
Always
he's not.
Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
He's still killing it.
He's still good. He's always funny. He's a good actor. I
He's
like
fucking
him.
hilarious.
He's funny as shit.
No, but with like the mental disability stuff and the like, my doctor, my medical doctor, my therapist, my psychologist, everybody said that I should apply for disability. And I fucking was like, I was really down. I was really depressed. And I was like, fuck it, maybe that's what I have to do. So I applied for disability. And then that takes forever. That takes just fucking, God, it took almost 2 years to get everything applied for and have it all go through just to get denied,
I was going to say, how'd that all work out?
Well, once they denied me, right before that, I had had a Christmas or whatever at my mom's house, with all the sisters and everybody there. And they all talked about me like I was an invalid, like I was mentally disabled, like retarded. They talked about me like I was too stupid to take care of myself. And then I left because they were being horribly disrespectful.
Yep.
So I left. I excused myself from the situation.
And we talked a little bit even before any of that happened about just being able to for a guy just to walk away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In a relationship or whatever.
It's not,
and then you had that
you
situation.
have to understand when somebody doesn't care to listen. They don't care. If they don't care, you can't change their mind because they're not listening. They don't give a shit already. And to realize that my fucking a lot of my close family genuinely does not fucking care about me, that on one end, it really fucking hurt. And on the other end, I realized like, oh, you know, like, I don't really think there's as much wrong with me as has been documented, you know? I don't feel like I have that many issues. I feel like I have other issues that have been ignored, so I started going to therapy and finally found a therapist that wasn't just trying to textbook me, you know, wasn't giving me worksheets and dumb shit just to occupy my time. Found one that was actually working with me to, you know, get my life back together. Explain to her about how my relationship is fucked up with my mom and my sisters and everybody, how nobody treats me with any kind of respect. And, you know, she really helped me understand. It came back to a lot of the things that you talk about too. Like, you got to just have boundaries, set limitations, and set things that are you find unacceptable, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
And then, like I say, once like I say, that day, once the boundary was crossed, you know, you know, we talked a little bit. You say you kind of checked yourself out of the situation, went over and sat down or whatever, and then just thought through it. And you're like, I don't need to be here.
Yeah.
You know, and
because they kept, once the boundary had been crossed and they realized there was a boundary, then they felt the need to constantly tap it and cross it just a little bit over and over and over again to see if I would relinquish any more. And then they would push it further if I had.
Yep. And moment
I didn't. And the moment I stood up and said, I can't do this, you know, like I think I said, we're just not the same kind of people. And they laughed at me.
Oh, yeah.
They laughed at me like I had said something ridiculous, and I grabbed my stuff and I left.
Yeah. And the deal is if you, as a man, you can't make anybody be. I mean, now if we're dealing with men, that's a different story. We got a few other things we can do.
Yeah.
You know, but when you're dealing with women, guys, you can't make anybody be any way you want to be. I mean,
you can't make them respect you.
They either are or they don't, right? And you need to know when to just check yourself out and walk away, because you got to maintain your respect. And
sometimes the only way they will understand your value is if you are no longer around them anymore.
Yes.
In your absence is the only way to show them that you have value. There's,
like I say, over the years, there's been plenty of women that I've dated, and they've been disrespectful in some way. And I just like, I'm not dealing with this, you know, I'm just done. And it was no big deal to them. You know, it was like, whatever, you know, this and whatever that, whatever. And about a year later, maybe 2 years, you know, we run into each other or whatever. And they're like, yeah, I fucked up. I fucked up big time. And now I realize that I can't find a guy that checks all the boxes anymore. That, you know, I can do this, and they make it sound good, but it's not really what it is. And, you know, they even told me, it's like, you were just for flat, blunt, fucking honest. And I never really believed you and thought I was too good for that. And now I wish I had that. Well, it's like, one and done. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Never go backwards, always forwards.
No, you can never go back. It's, I mean, 1 in 1,000, you know what I mean? It's not worth, I mean, you don't want to deal with that.
No. I mean, it's only worked out for me one time. I've done it a fucking 100 times.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's only worked.
It only worked out. Yep. You can
fucking time.
You can do it, but you have to.
You can do it, but only if both sides have realized something was wrong and have both like actively made changes. Then something can potentially be done. But if the other person is still doing the same shit they were doing before, fucking don't you dare.
Well, yeah. Just the way it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, when we got back together, she offered to take me out. She fucking got me a hotel room, had me come see her, took me out to dinner and shit. Like, that was... I've never had anybody fucking do that shit for me before.
Did you have makeup sex?
Yeah. I mean, that's... It was a 6-hour fucking drive, dude. Sex was involved in the whole thing.
So you drove for 6 hours?
Yeah, I had to go to Rapid City.
Why?
Because that's where she was.
Why didn't she meet you halfway, 50-50, right?
She didn't she didn't have a car.
Oh. So then, like 6 hour drives, you're talking like 12, 15 hours of sex.
That was just a weekend. I was there the whole weekend.
Yeah, like 12, 15 hours actuals. Because, I mean, you got to double.
You're out of your fucking mind.
What?
You're out of your mind. If you are having sex for 12 to 15 hours, you're not fucking doing it right.
Oh, no.
No. She's making all the noises to make you think you're doing it right, but you were not doing it right.
No, dude. You got to.
You were doing it horribly wrong. Because if she is not exhausted, you are fucking doing a bad job.
Well, but
You're a bad, selfish person.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
But I'm not exhausted.
Yep. Horrible person.
But I'm not exhausted. Oh, no. We never played that game.
And he buys special fucking, they're called cock balls. It's just cocaine and Viagra mixed together.
No.
I do these cock balls.
I've never actually dealt with any of that stuff ever.
Yeah.
I don't have that fucking issue.
Nah, he just works a lot.
And most of the time.
Physical labor will fucking keep you going.
Yeah. Physical labor and a lot of pretty gals around.
Yeah.
It usually makes things a wonderful, wonderful time. What?
Nothing.
What do you mean nothing?
I just have one.
Okay.
I just have one girl.
You just have one?
And I'm totally fine. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the deal
actually, when girls come up and they flirt with me and they hit on me, it makes me horribly uncomfortable.
Why?
I don't know. Because I don't have any interest in them and I don't want anything. And I don't want anything to mess this up. So literally when girls come up, and it happened the other day at the gas station, and I called you and I had you come fucking visit me, right? Yeah. Because a girl was hanging out at the gas station, was flirting with me. And I feel, I don't know, like a fucking little kid that stole something, like.
What the thing is if nothing's going to happen, then what's the point?
Huh?
Maybe come hang out with your brother.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
But the deal is if nothing's going to happen, then what's the point?
I know exactly what they want.
Yeah, but why worry? You're
I don't know.
You're never going to do any of that stuff.
I don't care. I don't want her to have the idea about me doing that stuff. Fuck that. Get away from me.
Huh.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's kind of the same way we feel.
Don't sexually objectify me.
Yeah,
when I am at work.
That's the same way that we feel about freaking women with guy friends.
I am doing a job that I am paid to do, and I do not need you ogling me and looking at me and making me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, like I say, just what you just said is the same way that we look at women with guy friends, that they think it's okay.
What?
Because we know what they want.
Oh, women with guy friends. Yeah, they're just guys in line.
Exactly. So when they have that, it's a red flag right away.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't really have anything long term until they understand that you can't have that.
Yeah.
Once they understand that you can't have that, then you can move forward.
Nah, these are people I'm not interested in even talking to them on a acquaintance basis. I don't give a fuck. When they come up and they try to flirt, get the fuck away from me. Leave me the fuck alone.
See, now are they flirting are they flirting the way that normally women flirt? They trying to do the Gok 5000?
She made a couple sexual comments and then showed me some pictures that I would rather have not seen.
Oh, was she ugly?
No, she was. Average looking.
Then why wouldn't you want to see them?
That made me really fucking uncomfortable.
Well, just because she was there.
No. I don't want to fucking see him.
Well, then, see, you should have been now you can say you've been SA'd.
What's that? A section?
Exactly. Right?
I guess.
Hey,
I've been sexually harassed.
Yeah. That way.
By a woman.
Now you understand what the dick pics are like, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. God damn. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck? Yeah. But, all All right. We might pick this up and do something again here sometime. But
no, the stuff that you talk about, the most of it came down to me respecting myself. I didn't realize, but that's the thing. Society makes it so easy for you to just not respect yourself, but you're still a good guy because you just let women shit on you, so you're still a good dude. And it's guys, you've got the wrong idea. That's not letting women treat you disrespectfully and shitty is not being a good dude. It's you're doing bad things to yourself, and it's why you're so angry, you're so anxious, you're so confused on things, is because you don't set boundaries. Yes, that girl's pretty. You really like her. You really want her to like you. But if she does things that makes you uncomfortable or things that you find unacceptable, at the very least, you have to voice that. You can't just accept however they want to treat you for a chance to get laid. It's how everything has just been getting worse.
It's this thing where, like I say, you respect yourself. Now you feel more comfortable with you. More comfortable with you, the more confident you feel in yourself.
I've been amazed at how much it's made my anxiety go down and how much better I feel just knowing that I have a set way that I live. And there are set rules that I stand by that I'm not willing to break for anybody.
Yep. And
I stand by that.
You see it. And then also, like I say, over the time you've had where, obviously, even when you start changing and feeling better about yourself, being more confident in yourself and having boundaries and being more just understood that you are you, it does affect the relationship in ways. And generally, sometimes you got to say a few things to a woman, when you're adjusting.
Yeah.
And the deal
everybody tests boundaries.
The deal is women actually find that more attractive.
Yes. Well, that and people in general, like I got a job finally after 2 years not having a job. I got a job. I got the hours that I wanted, the days that I wanted. My boss offered me something different and I said I wasn't comfortable with that and I'd rather do this. And he said, yeah, that's fine. But old me would have just done what he said, been disgruntled, eventually gotten pissed and fucked the job up. And now I'm working the hours I want to work, doing what I want to do. And if anybody else, everybody thinks I'm a different guy, but not in a bad way. I'm different than what people are used to, but in like a refreshing, nice way.
Yeah, now you just, I don't know, a bad way to say it maybe is you got a backbone now.
I do. I have a spine. I have a moral code, which I don't think I had much of before. And if something happens that makes me uncomfortable, I fucking say something about it. I'm not a dick. I don't expect the world to cower to my needs. But if there's, somebody treats me a certain way that I
find
just
ain't gonna stand for it.
Yeah. And I'm being a lot nicer to myself than I was before.
Oh, yeah.
And that matters. People don't think that matters. You don't have to ignore your feelings to be a strong man. You have to understand your feelings.
Yeah, and be able to think them through and control them.
Yes.
Instead of react.
Yes, understand why certain things make you feel that way. Why did that set you off?
Then you just check yourself out of a lot of them situations.
And you slowly, it's not overnight, but slowly through little steps, you start to figure yourself out. And you start to figure out like, oh, yeah, I really don't like it when people did that. I'm glad I stopped them from doing that. And then you move on. You're like, oh, I enjoy doing, you expand your horizons at the same time of cutting off excess stress and bullshit.
Yep. And it's, a lot of this, it leads into something that I like to say, maybe like I was saying, maybe a part two, because, some other time. But
I mean, it's only going to develop.
I want to deal with not just that. I mean, just the mental health aspect of men and what you went through. You know what I mean? Not like
it's super uncomfortable.
A lot of guys, are in a very bad place, and it's because of, not saying women, I'm just saying because of the way society treats.
They don't respect themselves.
And they don't know how.
And then you're encouraged to go bury all those bad feelings in booze. When you don't feel bad, you don't go out and get fucked up. That'll make, and that just, you wake up the next day and you feel worse.
Because you've had, you've grown and stuff, through this or whatever, and starting to understood. I mean, but you weren't a child before. You could have stood up for yourself anytime, but society, you know what I mean? Everything.
All the hard corners are gone.
Yeah.
Everything's so pampered and such a marshmallow fucking society that I didn't grow up until I was 37 years old.
Yeah.
Most men younger, further, they had the Korean War. They had, they had other things that forced them to grow up. I had nothing. I could still be running around acting like a child, being a fuckboy, trying to get my dick sucked all the time and just fuck everybody else and everything else going on, and have no stability, no fucking nothing in my bank account, because I just spend it all trying to get my fucking dick sucked or look like I was a guy that got his dick sucked a lot. And it's what's encouraged. It's what's encouraged.
Yeah. It's and
next time we'll get into like a hip hop mentality and shit too, because I feel like there's a lot, and that's destroying young people's minds. And not all hip hop, not hip hop itself, but the shit that gets pushed to the top.
Yep. It's it does, and it's all about status and perception of and what people want to be. And
hey, get a gun and don't let anybody disrespect you. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Yeah, that's because that's only going to lead to some serious negative.
You go to prison.
Somebody's got.
Hey, guess who owns those private? Guess who owns those private prisons?
Yeah, but not only
same guys that own those fucking record companies. So yeah, good job on you.
It's not only that, but I'm saying that the person going to prison is the least of the worry, because somebody got hurt, injured, or worse.
Yeah.
On the other end.
Yeah.
So that's.
But chances are it's another person who's a fucking idiot, because
doesn't matter.
They all hang out in that same societal group.
I don't want to freaking
No, when it comes to like shooting people in the fucking street over you disrespected me, it's the dumbest shit I've ever fucking heard.
But somebody gets
yeah, somebody gets unalived because somebody else is a fucking. Yeah. Because somebody else is an insecure fucking man who thinks that they have to use violence to fucking make people respect him instead of just being a solid fucking man.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with walking away. It's like
nothing wrong at all. It actually fucking takes so much fucking more to not.
The deal is you get to a point to where it doesn't even take a whole lot. You just like whatever.
Well, you start to understand.
It doesn't bother you anymore.
Like I'm to the point to where I'm not angry at those people. I feel bad. I'm like, fuck, you're a fucking moron. You don't even know how stupid you are.
Well, it
sucks, man.
It gets to a lot of point. Even I can, I can walk into a room with 100 people that hate me. I don't care.
No,
I mean, it doesn't bother me at all. And whatever they say,
I know me.
Yeah, I could care less. But a lot of guys can't even walk into a room with one girl they used to date that don't like him.
Yeah.
So once you get to that point in your peace in your life, it's, dude,
you got to get your head together, man. You got to get your head together. The people that are telling you fucking you can't do shit, you can't, get rid of those people, man.
Well, there's, like somebody telling you can't have this relationship or that relationship. Yeah. You can't be doing this in a relationship. You can't be doing, huh? Yeah. Don't be telling me I can't do that shit.
No, but people who are telling you can't do shit, like you're fucking too ugly to get that chick. Fucking no, you're not. You're too broke.
Not. Yeah, you might be too broke.
Yeah, if you're ugly, you need money.
Yeah. Or like I say,
that works.
Start taking care of, maybe dress a little better.
Yeah, or just be around, be that guy in the fucking friend zone, and hopefully.
Oh no, don't do that.
Hopefully she'll fucking.
No, fuck, don't.
I'm saying for fucking ugly dudes that got nothing else.
Oh, I guess if they're complete bums.
They're stuck on chivalry, and they want the one woman, be her friend, but genuinely understand that she might not choose you. Well, and fucking you got to be cool with that.
They're just using them. I mean,
otherwise you're going to turn into that psycho that fucking
The only way that's ever going to work, put it this way, if you are your average dude and you get stuck in a friend zone, but you really like this chick or whatever, I always tell them, don't bounce right then. Don't even deal with her, because women friends do you absolutely no good as a man. They're worthless.
I mean, friends are friends.
Not really. I mean, you can.
If it's a woman friend who you want to have sex with, well, then you guys aren't friends.
You're not friends.
Trying to have sex with her.
Exactly.
Yeah. But if it's a woman that you don't have any sexual interest in and you're friends, you can be friends.
If she like 450 and 5'3", you know, I mean, yeah, okay, you're probably, and look like she got drove over and she's 62 years old and you're 22. And then, yeah.
I bet she cooks like a motherfucker.
I bet, but you probably ain't going to want nothing to do with it sexually.
No, but you could be friends.
Exactly. That, that kind of thing. But in general, I tell them to always leave. Don't even bother, because women don't understand the male experience. They have no clue.
I don't think we understand the female experience either.
But we have to a certain extent.
I mean, if I walked around all day with everybody trying to put their dick in me, I'd probably have a different view on society too.
Well, exactly. But you got to understand that we have to understand them to a certain extent to attract them. We can't just walk up.
We have to understand nuances and shit about them, but all we have really been taught is how to manipulate them, not how to understand them.
No, but we know, but we use that to our advantage once we know.
Taught to manipulate is basically it.
Taught to manipulate is to understand and be able to adjust.
Kind of.
Exactly. That's a real they don't even understand what we want.
That's like how Nazis explained medical experiments.
No, it's the way the deal is like listening to a woman. All you need to do is be 100% honest with you. Great, you got a fat ass. I am horny. I would like you. This is what I'm like. Oh, get away from me. Don't listen to a woman. Duh. Number one, listen to a woman. She makes no sense. I'm never going to get anything if I do. Okay, adjust.
Yeah.
Okay, we have to understand what they say and what they mean are two different things.
Yeah, but that goes for a lot of people.
Exactly. But usually a guy, well, not these days.
That's just it. It doesn't apply anymore.
There's a difference between a guy and man, put it that way. All right, men, when they say something, they mean it. Guys these days, not so much.
Well, that goes from the old standard of you're only worth your word.
Exactly, and today, men,
it's worth nothing.
Men are, guys
People
aren't.
are actually pretty amazed when I tell them that I don't lie.
Yeah.
Well, it's not that I don't tell little, like for the kids and stuff like that. Sometimes you gotta embellish. But if I were to just bold-faced lie, I wouldn't be able to sleep.
Well, yeah, exactly.
It fucks my head up.
Well, because you're just like, yeah.
No, I burnt my brain. I crossed some wires, fucked some shit up.
That happens every once in a while. But we are running pretty long.
Yeah.
But I'm happy you were down. Yeah, I think we had a good conversation other than it got fucking crazy everywhere.
It should get crazy.
Hopefully everybody can kind of maintain where we were. We were bouncing everywhere. But these are our normal conversations, by the way.
Yeah.
We just go everywhere and say all kinds of crazy shit. But don't forget that he is the host of Smoking That Ish.
Yes. Season 2 coming soon.
And YouTube and
Instagram,
and then
yes,
I'll write down and I'll put the put it in the description for they can actually check it out or whatever.
On Instagram it's Smoking That Ish Part 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Because our initial Instagram got shut down.
Yeah, well, that happens.
Well, they're not clear with what they accept and what they don't accept. Like you can show a picture of a glass piece 100 times and then and have smoke blowing in on the screen and stuff, and then one time it'll get flagged.
Exactly.
And you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we all seen for flags and
red flags everywhere.
Yeah,
all right. Everybody, be nice and fucking respect yourself, dude.
I doubt that. But all right, man. Definitely hook and get with him, and we'll have him back. And you guys do what you can do. Hopefully, you guys got some understanding of what you need to do to better yourself to a certain point and why. Listen to his kind of journey a little bit, but we are going to get out of here. So you guys take it easy and I'll see you next time. Bye.